Fantastic.
We're here.
We are here. What's up, guys? And welcome to another episode of The Tuesday Show, brought to you by Blue Light Media. My name's Mikhail, and today I'm super pumped because we have Bre Thomas here, the owner and founder of Nutrivenience. What's up?
Hi, guys. My name is Bre, like the cheese. I'm the owner of Nutrivenience. We are a whole food cleanse meal delivery service in Orange County. So what we offer is 3 and 5 day meal plans. They are vegan to the extreme. They are whole food plant-based. So what that means is we make everything from whole ingredients, vegetables, fruits, nuts, seeds, legumes, and whole grains. It's a combination of food and juice. And yeah, we deliver it to your door.
So I've tried this before, and I would swear against like any sort of vegan food in the past. Like I love pizza and steaks and cheeseburgers and hot dogs and eggs Benedict and chili cheese dogs are great. I could go on for a little bit about it, but honestly, your food is so incredible. And I remember after like the second day, like I couldn't even finish all the food because I felt full, even though the portions were smaller. So like it's really incredible. How long did it take you to come up with all of these recipes that you're putting out every?
So now luckily they kind of just flow. I've kind of found my groove, and I've been doing it for so long that, like I said, it just kind of comes naturally to me, and I know what goes with what. But it definitely took some time. I mean, we're going into our third year of business, and I feel like we've finally kind of gotten our groove in terms of recipes and all of that. And you know, the food that you eat, you mentioned being full. A lot of people do as well. It's what you're eating is, we like to say it's nutrient dense, but calorically shallow. So you're actually eating a lot, but what you're eating is low in calories. So, and it usually has a lot more fiber than what people are used to eating in their diets. Things like dark leafy greens, whole grains, stuff like that give you a different sense of feeling full than chili cheese dogs, maybe, that just kind of goes in and
chili cheese dogs do give me a certain sense of happiness.
Yes,
that no amount of lettuce can ever give me. No offense.
It's the head and the heart struggle.
That's true. I've had the opportunity to get to know you outside of this. I know that you've been growing your business year after year. I think you've been doubling sales every year, right?
2.5 times.
2.5 times. No big deal,
yes.
Guys. Got to figure out. Actually, that's exactly what we're going to do, is learn from you and really how you went about that. So let's start from the beginning. What was the first year for you like with Nutrivenience? How are you getting the name out there?
So it's been yes, our sales are 2.5 times, but I started out very small, and we are still, in my mind, very small and very far from where we want to go. But obviously those sales show that we're going in the right direction. I started in my kitchen at home. I'm a private chef. I've private chef for multiple families in Orange County, and I've been doing that for about 5 to 6 years. And I started just having a lot of clients and a lot of people asking me for advice in terms of weight loss, because everybody wants to lose weight. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but there's a lot of unhealthy weight loss diets, I would say, out there.
Yeah.
So Nutrivenience was my way of kind of bridging the gap between weight loss and health. We focus solely on the health aspect of it, whereas weight loss is actually the side effect of our plan. So health comes first, weight loss is the side effect. That's the goal, and that's also something that we're trying to teach people. That's how Nutrivenience was born, just because there was so much crap. I started making it in my kitchen for a lot of people. A lot of people at the spin studio were asking me for help.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
It wasn't something that I took very seriously at the time. I was just helping people with food. 3 weeks into that, I had 15 people asking me. Nice. And I was like, oh shit, there's something here.
Yeah.
So from that point on, again, very slow process because very low budget. I had no investors. I think I had $500 saved. And honestly,
yeah.
With that $500, I bought a fridge to put at Union Ride.
Nice.
For the food. Slowly had a website built from a friend that took about 2 months, and it's just been brick by brick ever since.
I love that. Brick by brick. BRIQK. That's the thing.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
All right. So when you started getting, people obviously, this started picking up. Like, what was the first like real marketing initiative when you were like, hey, I need to actually grow this, or I want to grow this? What was the first thing that you did to like kind of really get the name out there?
So the first thing that I did was primarily Union Ride. It was doing those tastings because, again, I didn't go to college.
Right. And for the listener, I'm sorry to cut you off. Union Ride is like it's a boutique spin studio out here in Orange County. So it was a nice little merging of, you know, workout. And obviously we want to stay fit afterward.
Correct. So I initially started at Union Ride doing tastings. So I would bring samples of the food. I would talk to our students, you know, our customers. And that was about it for a very long time because that was literally all I had time for. My biggest priority was creating a unique, high quality product and keeping that consistent along the way. So my free time was very, very, mind you, I still worked full time as a private chef.
Right.
I still do. And I was teaching spin. So that was it. From there, I kind of migrated onto, we signed up with a magazine who did a tiny page for us, and it was a year long, and they also did, I think, 6 Instagram posts for us.
Did the magazine work for you?
No. Here's what I do want to say.
Sign up with Blue Light Media, guys. Just kidding.
Yeah, no. So here's what I do want to say. They did an article of me specifically.
Was this the one that I believe it was like last year?
The only one.
Oh, it's the only one. Okay.
It's the only one. And I think that in itself got us a lot of exposure, which was great. But in terms of like ROI and sales and numbers on our Instagram and followers, I really didn't see that much.
That's good information.
And again, I think we've talked about this before in terms of just really knowing your market and knowing your customer. When it comes to food, for us, we're not that product that people are going to see a picture of online and instantly click it and buy it. Our price point is a little bit higher, and food is very personal.
Right.
They want to know, does it taste good? They want to know, is it made in a clean facility? They want to know if it works. So for us, what we've learned, and like I said, this is all just through trial and error and really just learning from experience. People want to taste the food, they want to see it, or they want to hear from a friend who did it, how it was and how it worked. It takes a while for us to really develop that customer before they actually purchase with us. However, on the flip side, by developing such a personal relationship with them, our customer retention is huge, which is how we've been able to do what we've done with our sales.
Interesting to think that it's even in your industry, like, you know, us, it's so relationship based. In your industry, it's the same thing, you know, especially when you're feeding people.
Yes, it's huge.
That's awesome. One thing that I really love about your company is the branding. It's awesome. I actually, you know, I don't order every week or anything like that, but I read a good amount of the emails that you send out. I think that they're witty. But recently you mentioned that the type of bottle that you were using, and like I made some weird suggestion, and you're like, yeah, but that bottle wouldn't be on brand, which I thought was really interesting, that the type of bottle that you were using could or couldn't fit the brand. When it comes to branding, not just from a logo or color scheme, what are some other things that you find really important to keep the Nutrivenience name, you know, up high and true?
So for us, you know, our 3 pillars that we talk about are holistic, functional, and vibrant. That's kind of our 3 biggest things we based our company on. Holistic in itself means whole. It means the whole picture. It not only means somebody's whole body in terms of health, like I said, and weight loss and happiness and energy and everything like that, but it also means for us the whole world, like the whole planet, like how we're affecting the environment, how we're affecting the big picture. So for example, in terms of those bottles, I can't remember what I suggested. So we had been talking about using, or somebody had recommended me to switching to plastic because we had an issue with one of the glass bottles breaking. But our containers are made out of plants. They're compostable. And plastic just doesn't, it's not cohesive with our brand. It's not what we do. It's not holistic. It's not good for the environment. And again, plastic bottles, they're not good for the environment. Are they cheaper? Yeah, I could be saving 30% on my packaging if I went the easy way. But that's not why I started this company. The food industry is not a money-making industry, an easy money-making industry.
Sure.
It's hard, and I knew it was going to be hard going into this, but it's those little things, again, like you said, that keep us on brand, and that I think going into starting something like this, you really have to have not only a clear vision, but that passion, that meaning behind it that really fuels you and keeps you just on that clear path.
I like that. So it's 2018, you're 3.5 years in?
3 years. This will be, at the end of this year, it'll be 3 full years.
That's awesome. What is working for you today that's really growing your business?
Like I said, we're keeping it to basics as of now. I'm trying to do as many tastings as I can. It's keeping our product very high quality. It's making sure that the recipes are on point. The food tastes good. Like you said, our food is very approachable, and that's what we strive for, because I think healthy eating has such a bad rap. People think they're just going to be eating salads, and we do the fun things. We do burritos and burgers.
It's
and
true.
Our stuff is very flavorful, and we do a lot of sauces.
There was a crab cake that you made out of hearts of palm. You had to yell it at me 4 times.
Palm.
A palm?
Yes, palm.
That was amazing too.
Correct.
Yeah.
So we're very creative with our food. So again, I think it's having that unique, high quality product, learning your market, what works for you in terms of growth strategies, and what you can afford. Our budget is still very low. So I can go and I can do these tastings and I can talk to people. And again, it's brick by brick and it's slow, but it's long lasting.
So that was actually going to be my last question, and that reminded me of something though. Recently, you've also been focusing on a personal brand, I would like to say, in addition to the Nutrivenience brand, and you've kind of been merging those a little bit more together, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Kind of, yeah.
All right. Have you seen more of an increase or more of an impact in at least your social marketing initiatives when you do tie in your personal brand a little bit more, or make that a part of it?
I really do. And that's been, we've talked, like you said, we've talked about it before. I was going back and forth. When I first started the company, it was first person. It was me talking to the customer, and now we've kind of separated that to where it's the company, and now I have my own personal brand, because I am doing a lot of other things as well.
Sure.
And I think it's important to kind of touch in with the company, say, hi guys, I'm here. I still do some deliveries and stuff like that. And ideally, people want to see me and do want to see me.
Yeah.
But that is my company.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not me.
Yeah. Awesome.
It is me. It's a piece of me.
Yeah, of course. I feel you.
Yes, a big piece.
I really it's almost like your heart's on the wall or something.
Yeah, it's a very big piece. Yeah.
Bre, thank you so much for your time. To the viewer, man, a lot of great information, understanding what's working for you. You found out that the print media wasn't really doing much for you. Understanding your customer, looking at your brand from every angle, even down to the bottle, or in a lot of cases, it could be the experience that somebody has with you. And then also, maybe a personal brand could be working for you, right? So there's definitely a lot of stuff that we learned from you today. For everybody that wants to get in touch with you or Nutrivenience, where can they find you?
So you can find us on Instagram. Our Nutrivenience Instagram is at NUTRIVENIENCE. It's a freaking mouthful. Nobody's gonna remember that.
It's okay. We'll link it.
My
up.
personal.
We will link it.
My
up.
personal is at Bre Thomas. It's BRE_THOMAS.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Bre, for your
Yes,
time.
thank you for having me.
Yes, absolutely. We'll have to do a bazillion more of these. We're excited to see where you take Nutrivenience, and to all the viewers, we really appreciate your time and your attention. Remember, no matter what you do, put your heart into it, and we'll see you next week on The Tuesday Show.
Woo!